Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, in the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to Friday afternoon edition. Thank God it's Friday. Oh yes, it is a beautiful hot afternoon here in Southeast Asia, equally in Africa. And I believe wherever you are, it is about Chelsea and some other news, transfer news around the globe. Dear friend, breaking news: Everton have sacked the managers, Dyche. Decision made. The position of Everton is not looking so good. And according to sources, the head coach of Everton, Casadai himself, offered to leave the club. He offered to go. He himself decided to leave. He was not being pushed out. Looking at the current situation of the club, he made a statement. He issued a statement to the club that he has done his best, and looking at the position of the club, he is not sure what else to do again. It was more like a cry for help or a cry to be sacked. Oh yes. And that statement is what triggered the ownership, the Franklin Group, to issue a letter that he's no longer with them. For the coach to come out boldly and tell the management that, look, I have done all I could. Maybe in his mind, he might be thinking that we are in the transfer window, and if there's any way the club can help with new signings, but maybe they got it all wrong, and now they've relieved him of his post as Everton manager. Dear friend, so your man, I personally like, he's one of the coaches that I like. Yeah, he's a very hard-working coach. Casadai is a very, very hard-working coach. Yes. Something happened yesterday. Armando Broja, looking at Chelsea's players on loan. Armando Broja is one of the players that, academy product, that we all would have expected to finally get his form back. Broja has been working hard on his fitness and has been having enough playing time. Yes, he's been having enough playing time with his current club where he is playing. But ladies and gentlemen, it is sad to note that he sustained another serious injury and he was stretched out. He was stretched out on the pitch. I mean, it's not looking good for Armando Broja's future. Not looking good. I would have expected that he will be able to go through the system, go through the season successfully, unscathed, but that did not happen. And that made me to start looking out for Chelsea players on loan. Chelsea players on loan, we need to start turning our eyes on them. Armando Broja is with Aston Villa. He's been playing regularly. He's been playing regularly, contributing to goals and assists with Aston Villa. Now, he is on loan. We have some other players we sold out, like Conor Gallagher. We sold him out. Ian Matson, we sold him out. Malangsar, we sold him out. Bashir Humphrey, Blackburn Rovers. But you see, looking at our players on loan carefully, Andrew Santos, Petrovic, their performances, especially outside the Premier League, are encouraging. Andrew Santos and Petrovic, outside the Premier League, their performances are encouraging. I am just wondering if a player like Armando Broja would rather switch a league entirely. Looking at the intensity of the Premier League, the toughness of the Premier League, the speed of the Premier League, maybe Broja will have to rethink getting a club outside the Premier League, maybe to the French league, due to the nature of his injuries right now. That is my opinion. That is what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, would you start Aaron and Semeno against Morecambe after a week of training? Oh yes, he's now in Cobham training as a center back. He's back, he's our player, and he's been training. Would you like to see him as one of our center backs? Don't forget we have George Achampo that is available. But I like his height. And I would love to see Ansemeno, on the pitch. Maybe some few minutes against Maccabi. Let's see. Maccabi is a second-tier division, club in the FA Cup third round. What do you think, Chelsea fans? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Let me hear from you in the comment section. There is something interesting I want to talk about very soon. You see, I have been told from sources in the UK, people who are ahead of me in this football analysis, that depending on outgoings in Chelsea, right now in this transfer window, Chelsea could look to accelerate transfer plans. Chelsea could accelerate their transfer plans. And it depends on the outgoings. They might be able to do things now and get some players in now rather than wait until the summer. And it also depends on the opportunities that are available. It depends on the opportunities that are available. As we speak, we understand players that are available for sale, that Chelsea want to sell out. Yes. KDH, Kenyan Dewsbury Hall, is one of those players. And the message we are getting is that Chelsea would rather sell him than loan him out. And to be honest, I don't even know why he was even bought in the first place. I am beginning to believe that Chelsea only did Leicester a favor because we got their coach. So Chelsea only did Leicester City a favor, maybe for the PSR's sake. But, that is what I'm beginning to believe, because I don't see why Chelsea bought him in the first place. Kenyan Dewsbury Hall. I don't get it. Now Chelsea are looking to sell him rather than loaning him out. And I can't say who is going to be buying him right now, because Chelsea would like to make a profit. There is one massive club in Europe that is actually showing interest, genuine interest. But whether it will happen or not, that is what we are waiting to see. There is one interest outside the UK, but it's not very clear. The truth of the matter is that he is 26. He is not 18. He's not 19. He's not 20. And if a club wants to buy him, Chelsea would like to make profit on him. That is just it. It is what it is. Another player that Chelsea is looking to sell is Chukwuemeka. But Chukwuemeka could be loaned to Strasbourg. Dear friend, we are talking about transfer news. Chukwuemeka could be loaned to Strasbourg if Chelsea don't find a buyer. Chelsea will need to cancel a loan first with Strasbourg if they are to take this approach. They'll have to cancel one loan first with Strasbourg if they are to take this approach. George Petrovic unlikely to come back because he wouldn't get game time and his wage increases if he is recalled back. In his clause, George Petrovic's wage will be increased once he's back to Chelsea. Caleb Willie and Andrew Santos also currently at Strasbourg. Which of them do you think Chelsea should call back and let go Chukwuemeka? As we speak right now, Andrew Santos will be more beneficial to Chelsea. But I don't think Strasbourg will also let him go in this mid-season. Dear friend, it is what it is. West Ham, we understand, among the clubs interested in Chukwuemeka, who Chelsea value at around £40 million. This is where the challenge is. Chelsea value Chukwuemeka at £40 million. And would West Ham be able to buy a fringe player of Chelsea? But how would Chelsea have a player of 40 million pounds on a bench for entire season? We've have a player of 40 million pounds. We value him at 40 million pounds, and we are not making use of him. If the talent is there, the skill is there, all the attributes are there, we value him at 40 million pounds, then what is he doing on a bench? We wait to see, dear friends. Right now, those are the players that Chelsea are yet to sell or want to sell. The last one, Torino are preparing a new bid for Cesare Casadai from Chelsea, including an important sell-on clause for Chelsea. Remember, last week, the first bid from Torino was rejected by Chelsea. I think they presented bid in a range of 12 million pounds or so, and Chelsea rejected it. But now, Torino are preparing a new bid for Casadai, including an important sell-on clause. That is very important for Chelsea. That if another club is to show interest in buying him from Torino, maybe after next season, maybe in 2 seasons from now or something, Chelsea will still have a sell-on clause, a percentage. We are good in that one. Napoli are not willing to match Chelsea conditions as they are closing in on billing deal with Bournemouth. Yeah, Napoli also showed interest in him, but because of Chelsea's position and the amount, they are now shifting their attention towards billing a Bournemouth player. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is hot afternoon, and I'll soon be leaving you pretty soon. All right. The hottest news on the transfer market is Kvaratskhelia to Napoli. That is the hottest news. And we've been asking questions. I was asking questions before now. Why would Napoli be interested, or why would Napoli want to sell Kvaratskhelia this season? It is a question that many are asking, because Kvaratskhelia is one of the players that Napoli vowed not to sell. So why are they now selling him? It is all about the coach. The head coach, Antonio Conte, as we know him, I guess the reason Napoli are willing to sell Kvaratskhelia is because of Lukaku, who is built to perform more with a striker partner than with a wing partners. Yeah. As a winger, Kvaratskhelia can't form the kind of partnership Lukaku had with Lautaro. Conte must be thinking that his attack will do better with 4-4-2 or 3-5-2 than the 4-3-3 they are currently playing. Of course, 4-4-2 will bring the best out of Lukaku. So far, Lukaku has scored 7 goals this season for Napoli. Yes, Lukaku has scored 7 goals this season in Serie A this season. And Kvaratskhelia scored 5. So you could see, not that Kvaratskhelia is not scoring, he is scoring. But it is believed in the mind of Antonio Conte, Lukaku can do better if he has another partner up front, not necessarily a winger. So they are giving the coach what he wants. They are not in the Chelsea system where what the club wants they buy. No, it is what the coach wants that they are getting for him. That is why they let go of Victor Osimhen and they brought on Lukaku for him, because the coach asked for Lukaku. He made the demand for Lukaku, and so they have to ship away Victor Osimhen and get him Lukaku. Now, if Lukaku is to perform to his peak, then they must get him his partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to run up, and I'll be back with more exclusives later in the day. Keep your messages coming in. The next one, I'll bring all your shout-outs. I'll see you guys all in the next one. When you see me, shalom and peace.